Hello. Good evening, YouTube. Another impromptu live, my second one. Rupert's here, the main man's here, helping me tonight. I just thought I'd come on. I haven't been able to do a video this week. I normally upload one at 7:30, as you know. But I haven't been able to do that one this week because I've got so much going on. I've had so much going on, and I've got my family over from Australia. And yeah, I just wasn't able to do one this week, so I thought I'd go live instead. Let's see if anybody's going to come in. Who we got here? What's this? 10 people watching. Okay. Anyone going to say anything? Hello, everyone. Okay, so yeah, I haven't uploaded a video this week because I've just had so much going on, as I say. I've got my family over from Australia. Good afternoon, Stevie Gray. My sister's over from Australia for Christmas and also to celebrate my mum's 90th birthday, which we did last night. We had a party for her last night. So I'm a little bit jaded. I've had a very busy week and I just didn't get a chance to get a video done. So I'm sorry about that. But I thought we'd come on live and do a chit chat, question and answer, whatever you want. Castro, hello from Dallas. Hi. Hi, Castro from Dallas. Gary Jones says, hi, Kev. Hi, Gary. There's a few people coming in now. I know, I'm not sure if the light's very good tonight. I'm in my van, as you can see. I've got on another light that I can put on, but it tends to glare a little bit. But let me know if you can see me and hear me all right, if it's acceptable, and I'll keep it the way it is. Jason O'Sullivan says, hi, Kev. Happy Christmas from the Republic of Ireland. Hiya, Jason. Thanks so much, mate. Happy Christmas to you as well. And a great new year, obviously. We'll do a bit more of that in the new year. Stevie Gray. Sorry, Lisa says, hi, Kev. Hi, Lisa. Nice to see you in. Thanks for popping in. Stevie Gray says, what are your plans for Christmas? Well, I'm not a great Christmas person, to be honest with you, Stevie. But my plans this year, and I normally spend Christmas with my family, with my mum and my sister that lives in England. But this year we've got a special Christmas because, as I say, my sister's over from Australia. My nephew and his wife and 2 children are over from Australia. So we're all going out for Christmas dinner to a pub locally to us. Really looking forward to that. I've no doubt there'll be lots of other things going on. I'm just taking it a day at a time, really. I like to let my mum and my sister from Australia spend as much time, quality time, as they can together while she's here. Yeah, so that's basically what I've got going on for Christmas. What about you? You all got big plans? Harmonious 78. I always butcher your name. I don't know why I can't say that properly. Maybe I am. Harmonious 78 says, hi, Kevin from Spain. Merry Christmas. Hiya, and Merry Christmas to you. Yeah, Gary Jones. Yes, you sound good and can see you okay, mate. Thank you very much for confirming that, Gary. As I say, I haven't got a studio. I'm just in my van. So I've got several lights and I did try it before I come online. This seems to be the best setup. The others are a bit glary. You can see my mate here. Rupert's here. Everyone complains when he's not on the video, so he's got a good spot for tonight. Donny Banco. Hiya, Donny. Hiya, Don. Here he is. How you doing, Kev? I'm all good, Don. All good, mate. Yeah, I've had a busy weekend. I was just explaining, if you didn't hear. Had a party last night for my mum's 90th, which was absolutely fantastic. Saw some people, some relatives that I haven't seen for a long time, and some friends. Mum had a great time. She's tired now, but yeah, she's at home, probably tucked up in bed now, I would say. Castro, oh, I forgot to say Merry Christmas to you. No problem, Castro. Merry Christmas to you as well. I suppose, well, I don't know. Have you all got plans for Christmas? Are you on your own, or are you with your family, or what are you up to for Christmas? As I say, I should be going out for Christmas dinner. We're being treated, the whole family, by my sister and her husband, which is very kind of them, very generous of them. That won't be cheap. I think he made that offer. He told me last night he made that offer when he'd had a few drinks a couple of months ago. So hopefully he doesn't regret it. Donny Banco says, brilliant, sounds great. Thank you, mate. Castro will be spending it with my family as well. So Castro's going to be spending Christmas with his family. Nigel, hi, Kev. Hope that diesel heater is keeping you toasty. It is. Is that Nigel and Watson, or is that another Nigel? I'm not sure. And Stevie Gray says, happy 90th to your mother. What does she think of van life? Well, that's an interesting question, Stevie, because when I first told my mum that I was moving into the van, she was absolutely devastated. She was distraught. She was beside herself. It was totally out of the blue for her. She knew, obviously, that I had to move out of the house and I was trying to find somewhere. But as the time got closer and I couldn't find anywhere for me and Rupert, and I made the decision that I was going to have to go in the van. I don't know whether you all know. If you haven't, I've got plenty of videos up there explaining why I'm in the van. But it was through necessity rather than through choice. I mean, it was a choice. I did have other options, but it would have been sofa surfing or going and living at my mum's, which I could have done. You know, she wanted me to do that, but I didn't want to impact on her life too much. As I say, she's 90 years old now. She's got a very busy life for a 90-year-old, and I didn't want to be the 64-year-old son, sleeping in the spare room. Although, as I say, she welcomes me to do that, which I'm grateful for. But now, to answer your question a bit further, Stevie, she knows that I like living in my van now, and I've settled down, I've adapted to it. And, she sees that as far as the van life's concerned, I'm happy enough and that. So, yeah, no problem at all. All my family, yeah, they're all, they can all see that I'm happy enough and coping well with it. So, yeah, no problem at all. No problem at all. So I was going to do a video tonight about, because it was Christmas, I saw a couple of homeless people while I was out and about, sort of last week. And it's a sort of time of year that I think a lot of people, and I do think about people that are living on the street. It must be horrific. I've never had to do it. But I can only imagine. Well, I can't really imagine what it must be like. I think I can understand a little bit more now since I moved into the van, because my next step, if I didn't have other options, as I say, which I did, may have been, homelessness, which would be, well, I just can't even bear thinking about it. So I think about people this time of year that are living on the streets and that aren't fortunate enough to have proper shelter and be able to look after themselves better. I know they look after themselves; they have to. Very, very strong people to be able to do that. And I am so grateful that I've got my van to be able to live in, because although it's something that I never ever thought I'd do, I'd never thought about it before. It never crossed my mind. It was a big step for me, but I've got everything I need in here. I'm so grateful when I think about people and see people that have got nowhere to live. They're on park benches or, living on the streets. It's heartbreaking. But so, and it's that time of year, I think, well, I think about it this time of year. So that was the video that I was going to do this week, and I will still do it. But as I say, as I keep saying, I know people are coming in, so they haven't heard what I said before. It's been so hectic this week that I really did try, but I just couldn't get it done. My priority was, I did a little speech at my mum's party, and obviously work and everything else, but my family's over, so that's been my priority this week. But I thought, rather than just not upload anything, I'd come on and have a chat, do a live, and wish people happy Christmas and see where we go from there. Yeah. So I'm gonna have another look at these messages. Right, Stevie Gray done that. Castro says there's nothing wrong with that life. I would rather do van life than spend £1,500 on a 1-bedroom apartment or flat. I agree with you, Castro. Are you in a van, Castro? Do you live in a van, or what do you do? Adabraid, thank you for commenting. Thank you for popping in. Says, you having a few beverages this Crimbo, Kev? I will do. I had a few beverages last night. I wasn't driving. I crashed at my mum's last night on the sofa. The spare bedroom's now gone to my sister from Australia, which is absolutely right as well. So I was on the sofa with Rupert, which is no problem at all. Mum was worried that I wouldn't be all right on the sofa. I said, Mum, I live in a van. My bed's 2'6" wide, and I've got Rupert on it, so it's no problem at all. So yes, I had a few beers last night to celebrate Mum's birthday. It was fantastic. No, it didn't go mad. I don't go mad anymore. Those days are well gone now. I've learnt my lesson too many times. I had too many of those I'm never doing that again days. And eventually I don't do it anymore. So I like a beer, but yeah, I'll keep it moderate. As long as I can still walk home, I'm all right. Yeah, so that was right. Another message here from Maggie James. A very happy Christmas and New Year to you and Rupert. Thank you so much, Maggie, and the same to you. I hope you have a great Christmas and a fantastic New Year. Let's hope New Year brings us some joy and happiness next year, and maybe some better. I'm hoping to have a better year next year, so we'll see. Castro's answering my question. I asked him if he lived in a van, and he's saying I did van life for a year. Okay, great. So he knows. You obviously know what it's all about. I reconcile with my wife. Okay, so there's a story there. That's a familiar story, really. I think in van life, sometimes when people, relationships or marriages or whatever, break up, one person does quite often revert to the van or something else. But that's good. Hopefully everything's going all right with you, and hopefully you look back on the year that you had in the van and see it as an experience. Let's hope it was a good one, but certainly an experience that most people will never do in their lives, obviously. But it's an interesting subject, I think. As I say, I'm in my van through necessity, or originally I was in my van through necessity. But another video that I'm planning to do is on why people do van life. Lots of people speak about it and about all the benefits, of not having the bills, the council tax, the rent, the rates and utility bills and all the rest of it. And then there's people talk about the freedom that you have with van life, traveling and that type of thing. As I say, for me, it was through necessity. I really ran out of options. I did have one. I had offers, 3 or 4 offers from people that kindly said that I could go and stay with them. But I am an independent sort of guy. As you probably know from some of my other videos, I've been self-employed, an entrepreneur, as I'm really called all my life. So I like to try and look after myself wherever I can, unless I'm absolutely in desperate, dire straits. And then obviously I will do that. Right, I've got to keep my eye on this. I've got a Spider has just sent me £20. Is that this super chat, isn't it? I think it's called super chat. £20 from Spider, beer for you and a bone for Rupert. Spider, I presume, I don't know, you might be a female Spider. I'm presuming you're a male Spider. I might be wrong, but thank you so much for that. That's very, very kind of you. Really kind of you. Thank you. That's really kind of you, Spider. Thank you. Let me see where, because somebody mentioned in the first live that I did, I wasn't reading the comments out. I didn't understand what I was doing, to be honest, but I think I've got the hang of it a bit better now. So let's see where I was up to. So we done Castro. He was in a van for a year, reconciled with his wife, presumably back in a house now. Cy, is that Cy or Sil? Hi Kev, hope you're good, mate. Hope those back doors get sorted. Much love, Cy and Kathy. It is Cy and Kathy. Thanks very much. Yeah, Cy, I think I've made a decision on the back doors. The reason that the doors had been panelled by a subscriber of mine and a very, very kind man called Rob, who came and pretty much finished the inside of the van for me. He panelled the back doors. It was nothing wrong with the work that he did, but I found out afterwards that I had a leak around the back doors. And what had happened is the water came in, it soaked down the side of the panels on the back doors and at the bottom, and it all went mouldy. As I say, it was nothing to do with the work that Rob did. I eventually found out it was the seal at the back of the van, the rubber seal that goes right round the back doors. It goes round here. So I replaced the seal. And to be honest with you, since then, we haven't had a great deal of rain. We've had a little bit, and I'm pretty sure that it's fixed the job mostly, but there is still a slight little bit of water coming through. But I think what I've decided to do anyway is I'm actually going to get some lino, you know, a nice design, colour or design that I like, and I'm going to lino the back doors, because that way, if I do suffer with a leak later on, I can just wipe it off. I don't want to be putting the boards back up there if the thought of mould horrifies me. I just don't like mould. I haven't got a problem, touch wood, anywhere else in the van with a mould. It's just because the water came in and it soaked that I got the problem. So to answer your question, yeah, that's what I'm planning to do. I'm going to lino the back doors. Yeah, that was Cy. Okay, Chaz K. Are you spending Christmas Day in your van? No, Chaz. I am spending Christmas Day with my family. We're all going out to dinner. Sorry to keep repeating myself, but people come in at different stages. I've got my sister, my nephew, his wife and 2 children over from Australia. They've come over for Christmas and New Year, and it was my mum's 90th birthday today, so we had a party last night. They came over for that as well, so I should be spending Christmas Day with them. I'll probably crash out on the sofa at my mum's Christmas Day night, or I'll go in, or I'll be in the van. Either way, depends what's happening, how many people are there. She's only got a small flat, so yeah. But no, I won't be alone. And even when after Christmas Day, I'll be parking up at a local park up, and there'll be some other people here that I know will be here over Christmas. They'll be staying here over Christmas. So that's that. Yeah. Thank you so much, Spider. That's there. I've said that. Jasper Mearns. Hi, Kev. Always curious about this. What is the best addition to the van you would like? That's an interesting question, Jasper. I know what it is. It's going to be a fridge. That's going to be the next thing that I'm going to get sorted out before the summer. At the moment, I use a cool box, and in one of my business units, I've got a small fridge, just a worktop fridge. So I use that to store whatever I need to put in the fridge, and then each day I empty it into the cool box, bring it into the van, and then do the same thing the next day. But the one thing that I will definitely be getting before the summer will be a fridge. I mean, there's lots of things that I could get, and I know my van's very, very basic, but I don't mind it like that. You know, I'm trying to be a minimalist. I don't need lots of luxuries. There's not lots of things I need. I've got my heater, which is fantastic. That's a lifesaver. I've got everything else. I've got a stove that I can cook on. I'm not really interested in air fryers and microwaves and stuff like that. I'll cook on my stove, and that's fine. I've got the little, well, I say little, the 800-watt AFRI power station, which I use all the time. I use that for my Wi-Fi connection device, my light that's on at the moment. I charge my computer, uh, phone, that type of thing with that. And I've also got, I don't know whether you've seen the video, I did a review video. I was sent an All Powers AC, is an 1800-watt power station, which will run a fridge for me for about 3 days before I'd have to take it into my unit and charge. It only takes about an hour and a half to charge. So that's the plan there. People ask me about solar panels and that sort of thing. I'm not particularly fussed about it because I want to keep my power usage to a minimum so that I don't need to rely on a lot of power. I see a lot of other van lifers, and their vans are kitted out with like everything you could imagine electric, you know, toasters, microwaves, ovens, and that's fine. I'm not knocking it, but I don't need that. It's not a big thing for me. So I'm trying to be I don't want to be power hungry. Long answer to your question, sorry, but it'd be a fridge. That's the one thing that, you know, I would love to get next. I think I answered that. Yeah, what is the best addition to the van you would like? Yes, I did answer it. Site. Yeah, so Cy, this is Cy and Kathy, says, hope you're warm. My mate on TikTok does van conversions. Some people pay 70k, £70,000. Laugh out loud. Incredible. You need any help after Christmas? I'll help you, mate. Oh, that's really kind of you, Si. Thanks, mate. As I say, another kind subscriber, Rob, came down and got me sorted out. I was in a bit of a. I've done a lot on the van. I mean, I insulated it myself. I sorted. Well, when I say I sorted the electrics out, this had electrics in it because it's an ex-UK Power Networks van. But basically, I had all stuff that I didn't need: flashing lights on the roof, hand wash, all this sort of stuff. I took it all out because, you know, I just understood what I needed to do to take it out. And all I've got in here that I run off of the van batteries. It's got a 2-battery system with a battery manager. I just run. I've got two lights, 2 roof lights up there, and my diesel heater. That's it. That's all I run off of it. But as I say, I think sometimes people get a little bit frustrated when they see me and see my van. I mean, its door's not finished yet. I'm going to lino that as well, but it's not a major problem for me. I can't tell you how grateful I am just to have just to have somewhere to be, you know, that I can call home, somewhere to shelter, that where I can stay warm and do what I need to do. And I live comfortably in here. You know, Rupert's as happy as Larry. He loves his life in the van. We don't need a lot, and I want to be like that. I've had a lot of stuff in the past. Don't get me wrong. You know, I've had a lot of stuff in the past. I don't want it anymore. So yeah, but I really appreciate that offer. Thank you, Si. Spider says, laugh out loud. No, I am, mate. Can relate so much. So, no, I am, mate. I might have lost the thread with that one. But you can relate so much to something that I've been saying there. So that's. Oh, no, I am. No, I am Mal. Can relate so much. Okay, I think I got it now. Josmo, Josme Fi, hi all. Hello, Josme Fi. Thanks for popping in. Glenn Rogers says, Hi, did ask about a link for your eBay. Hi, Glyn. Yes, sorry, I answer as many of the questions as I possibly can, and this is one that I've answered many, many times before. But I know obviously not everybody reads all the messages. The reason that I don't share my eBay account, there's a few reasons. The main ones are that um, my eBay account's quite not precious, but it's important to me. I know several people that have got YouTube channels and they shared their eBay details on YouTube and had real problems with some people with bad intentions. All of your personal information's available on eBay, and I just don't really want to mix the two, Glyn. So that's the reason that I don't share. I've got nothing to hide, but unfortunately, not everybody that's on that watches videos on YouTube have got good intentions, or or even nice people. I'm very fortunate. Most of the people that I communicate with are good people, but that's oh, what's the matter? He's crying. He's bored. That's the main reason. The other thing is as well, and it's a bit of an algorithm thing. If you get lots of people going to your listings, apparently, that are just going to look, going and looking at all your listings just to see what you got with no intention of buying, that doesn't really do you any good when it comes to eBay promoting putting out the stuff that you've got. Whether or not people would want the sort of stuff I've got, the people that watch me on YouTube, I don't know. But anyway, that's the answer to your question. I keep them pretty much, separate, and I don't think there would be a great deal of benefit to me to do that. Rule Britannia, thanks from Australia. Thank you, Rule Britannia, and Merry Christmas. Camper's Choice says, "Hey Kev, a subscriber from Texas. Do you see yourself doing this long term?" Good question, Camper's Choice. He wants to play now. It's because I'm ignoring him. Sorry. It's because I'm ignoring him and I'm talking to my computer. He's as deaf as a post. He can't hear me, but he knows what I'm doing. He can see the screen. So now he wants to play. So he'll have to put up with us. Let me do this again. Hey, Kev, subscribe. Do you see yourself doing this long term? That's a good question. As I say, I came into this van out of necessity, not through choice. But since I've been in the van, which is 18 months now, I've come to, I've adapted well and I've come to enjoy it. So will I do it long term? It's difficult to say what the future holds, really. But I would do it long term. I'd have no problem about doing it long term. And I've certainly got no intention at the moment. Well, I couldn't afford it anyway, but I've got no intention at the moment of going back into bricks and mortar. I'm perfectly happy in the van. Will I be doing it long term? If I had put a bet on it, I'd probably say yes, but we don't know what the future holds. So hopefully that answers you. I'm not trying to avoid the question. I just don't know. I mean, I'd like, if I came into some money, for instance, I'd upgrade my van. I'd get a newer van, not necessarily with more stuff in it, but one that I thought would be more reliable, that possibly if I got the opportunity, when I get my pension or whatever, that I could travel a bit more. I'd do that. I think that's what I'd do if I had the money to do that, So yeah, hopefully that answers your questions. Your question, sorry. Right, let's see where we are here. I've done that. Oh, that was Camper's Choice. Thank you, Stevie Gray. Yeah, Stevie Gray's asking, do you see a time when you do not have the 2 units? The not too distant future, question mark, maybe travelling around and broadcasting to us from different interesting places. I do see a time, and I can't wait for when I don't have the 2 units. One of them, I made a goal to try and get out of it by the end of this year. And it's not the end of this year yet. There's still 15 days to go. It's looking like I'm going to fail at that. I'm not going to reach that goal, but that's fine. You know, failure is not a massive problem for me. I set myself a goal, go for it. Sometimes you hit it, sometimes you don't. I'm still going to try and get out of there by the end of this year, which is 2 weeks' time. But with Christmas coming and my family over, it's unlikely. By the end of January, I'll be out of there. So one of them's going to be gone. The second one, which is what I call my business unit, which is where I've got power in there, I've got electricity in there. So although I can work from the van now, obviously I can't store my stock that I sell online from the van. You know, I need the storage unit for that. So that one's going to take a little bit longer, but that will happen as soon as I can replace the income that I make from that side of my business, which is getting smaller and smaller, partly by choice and partly because I haven't been working as much on that side of the business. I've been sorting my life out, you know. So hopefully that answers your question. I'd love to be out of them both. In an ideal world, I'd love to be out of them both and just do YouTube full time and somehow make enough money from YouTube. That would be my ideal situation at the moment. Josmo Fi says, I drive daily. You should get DC to DC charger and a couple K LiFePo batteries. Yeah, I agree with that. And that's something that may happen in the future, Josmo Fi. At the moment, that's not something that is that I can do. You know, that's I don't have that sort of money at the moment, and the system that I've got does for what I need. But certainly in the future, I think what you're talking about there is exactly what I will do. And Josmo Fi, if you don't already have, yeah, I haven't got it. I've got a twin battery system on my vehicle. So this used to be a UK Power Networks vehicle. So fellas used to drive this van around, but work from the back of it. And they did some quite power intensive work. So the setup is very good. It's got an expensive battery management system. And if they can do what they used to do in this van out doing their power network jobs, I can certainly survive with what I've got in here. You know, a couple of LED lights and a diesel heater for the time being. Hominoye 78, butchered that name again. I'm so sorry. I loved your video about how you began delivering newspapers as a young boy, and I find the way how you narrate your life experience really, really amazing. Thank you very much. That's kind of you. A lot of people have said that I'm a natural at this. I've no idea why, because I've never done it. Well, I have now been doing it for about 7 months, but before that, I'd never done it before. I mean, I've never done sort of public speaking. I have done some other things. I used to be an auctioneer. I had my own auction business years ago. I did some life coaching, so I'm used to, and I've always been in situations where I've spoken to people, you know, so I can communicate reasonably well. And like talking to you now, I find I just feel as if I'm just talking to a mate or, you know, someone in the pub or whatever. That's how I do it. That's how I feel about it. Josmo Fire, thumbs up, everybody. Thank you. This is why I was laughing at what I said before. Yeah, I got it in the end, mate. Sorry, senior moment. Sprinter to Spain says, hi, Kevin, saying happy Christmas from a liveaboard boat in Dartmouth. Fantastic. Yeah, that's something I thought of before, living in a boat. In fact, I thought about that many, many years ago. Before I ever thought about living in a van. Well, I never really thought about living in a van. But for some reason, I'm attracted to the water. I like the water. And many years ago, I had a bit of a thing about, you know, I could go and live on a boat, but I never did it. But it sounds fantastic. Stevie Gray, just love Rupert, he says. He's quieting down now. He's quieting down there. He's had his little. He'll probably have another go in a minute. It's because I'm on live. When I'm doing a video, he never ever does anything. He just goes to sleep. Look, it's because I'm not paying him attention. That's what it is. He knows that I'm paying attention to this screen. Look, Rupert, who's this? Say hello to your fans. There's all your fans on there. They're all your fans, mate. Look, they're all your fans. Yeah, they love you. They said they love you, mate. How great is that? Oh dear. North of somewhere, nomad. Oh, I've forgotten your name. I'm so sorry. I know you. I watch your videos. I think you're brilliant. Hi, Kev. She says I caught you live. Thank you so much. I'm so sorry. I've forgotten your name. Is it Deborah? I'm not sure. Okay. But thanks for coming in, and thanks for letting me know that you're here. Sandy Williamson, greetings from Calgary, Kev. Fantastic. Love Calgary. Been there before. My boy used to play ice hockey. So we used to go around the world. He played for England and in the UK for a pro team here. So yeah, love Calgary. Roaming Rob. All right, it says, all right, mate, good to see you live. Thanks, Rob. I presume you're in America, as far as I know. Yeah, I hope you're having a great time out there, mate. Thanks for popping in. Project Weaver says, evening, Kev. Hope you and Rupert are well. We're fine, Project Weaver. Yeah, he's got the whinges on at the moment because, as I say, I'm not paying him enough attention, and I'm talking to the laptop. When I do a video, he just lays there and that's it. He's used to me. Well, he can't hear me anyway because he's deaf, but obviously he knows I'm moving about, I'm doing stuff, so he wants to get in on the action. But then again, he's the star of the show, isn't he, mate? Come here. He's the star of the show. Here he is. It's all your fans on here. Look, they all come to see you, mate. They've not come to see me. They've all come to see you. Look. Clint Rogers, hi. Have you seen Mike's mowers lately? Well, I've never met him. I've never met Mike, and I haven't seen any of his videos lately. I do watch his videos, but I haven't seen any for a couple of weeks, I don't think. So yeah, I'll need to get on and have a look, see how he's doing. But I've never met him. I will meet him one day. Roaming Rob says, hi, Camper Choice and second-hand vans cheap in that area. I'm wanting to visit the USA and build out a van, travel around all the states. Mate, that sounds fantastic. Oh, what a lovely dream that is. Go for it, mate. Jim Bob, hiya. Jim Bob says, new subscriber, are you aware you're competing with fellow van dweller Socks with Sandals at this very moment for live viewings? Look forward to more of your videos. I'm not aware of that, but I used to watch Socks with Sandals. In fact, he was one of the first YouTubers that I ever started watching. Like he comes up on my feed and I watch it. I think he's brilliant. He's way out there, I know. But he's. I find him very, very funny. He's obviously an intelligent man, that's for sure, and he's got a great dry sense of humour, I think. Yeah. So, but no, I didn't know I was competing with him. But there's plenty of people on YouTube, so there's enough to go around for all of us, I'm sure. I wish him luck with his channel. Big Nick says, hi, Kev. Have you took the rear door panels off? If so, why? Any plans for upgrading the van? Also, what do the family you thinking in living in the van? Hey, Big Nick. Well, I have answered each of those questions since I've been online, but obviously you weren't here before. But I'll run by them again quickly. I'm not going to put the wood panels back on the back doors. I'm going to put lino on there, I've decided. And my family are now fine with me living in the van. They were devastated when I first told them that I was going to live in a van, but they're now fine with it. So, yeah, that's the answer to those. Spider says, laughed at Rupert jumping off, fetching a toy as a puppy, growls, then goes back to sleep. That's it. That's what he does. Sometimes he turns into a puppy. I mean, he's 12 now. He's walking around the areas that it's because I'm you know, my hands are going round, and he knows I'm doing something. He wants to get my attention. Either that, or he just knows he's the star of the show. Like everyone keeps telling me, "Where's Rupert?" He's why we come on here. So here he is. Right, that was that. That was Spider. Who's next? Josmo Fi. You do have good communication skills that really helps with YouTube. Thank you, Josmo. As I say, it's not something that I've practiced it through my life, but not intentionally, as it were. Just life experiences, I suppose, and what I've done. I've always been involved with dealing with the public, and in all the businesses that I've had, they've all been person-to-person businesses. All my businesses have been, you know, small businesses, one man. I mean, I've had employees. I've had, you know, several employees at times, but yeah, I'm used to dealing with the public and with people. So thank you for that. Sad Geek says, cool pooch. He is a cool pooch. Thank you. He's quieting down again now. North of somewhere. Deborah. I was right, Deborah. It was Deborah. Thank you. Yeah, sorry about that. I had a senior moment. I love your videos. I think you're an amazing woman. If you haven't seen Deborah's videos, she is, let me get this right, North of Somewhere Nomad. That's the name of her YouTube channel. She's an American lady. She moved into a car. She's now got what she calls a van. You do make me laugh, Deborah, you Americans, when you call them vans. I'm sure it is a van in your world. It's a bigger car for us, but I'm sure it is a van. But she's moved into this thing. She's done all the work on it herself, put a bed in it. I believe you've now put a diesel heater in it, Deborah. I haven't seen that video yet, but I did see it come up on my feed earlier today, so I should look at that. But go across and have a look at her channel. She's great, real inspiration, not just for women, but for anybody. Certainly who's thinking of going into a van. So yeah, well done, Deborah. Great channel. Right, let me catch up here. Josmo Fi says dogs are great companions. Oh, they are great companions. Yeah, we're like an old married couple sometimes, I often say. But you know, living in such a small space, you know, it can get a bit hectic at times like then, but it's no problem. He's great company. We're great company for each other. Alex has done a super chat for £10, sent me £10. Thank you, Alex. First super on a live, their first super on a live stream. That's my first super on a live stream, apparently. Oh, their first super, Alex's first super on a live stream. Fantastic. I don't even know if I know you, Alex. Are you the Alex that I know? I'm not sure, so perhaps you clarify. But thank you very much for the £10, Alex. Let's catch up on these messages. Mary Medal, hey Kevin, late but catching you live from California. Welcome, Mary. Thanks for joining us from lovely I love California. Fantastic. I love America, but I've been there. Well, I've only been there once actually. I saw, you know, a bit of it, mainly in California, Los Angeles, around there. Love it. Ian Evans, hello, Kev. Nice to see you live. All the very best. Thank you, Ian. Happy Christmas and a great New Year to you, mate. Thanks for popping in. And then Mary Medal again says, didn't mean my post to call you Kevin in my previous post. Hi, Kev. No problem, Mary. Most people call me Kev. Occasionally people call me Kevin. My mum calls me Kevin when I'm in trouble. But yeah, most people call me Kev. Oh, Kevin, it doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. And there's Deborah from north of somewhere, Nomad. Got to run, Kev. Your channel is so awesome. You are very inspiring. You and Rupert have an amazing Christmas. Thanks for popping in, Deborah. And yeah, catch up with you again soon. Stay warm. Have a great Christmas. Okay, so I haven't even checked how many people here. Oh, 52 people. That, by the looks of it, I think that's what that says. That's great. I'm really pleased with that. Right, Roaming Rob's back on. He says, yeah, in the States now, Kev, here until the end of February, busy driving around, haha, fantastic. And again, if you haven't seen Roaming Rob's channel, he's got a great channel, real grafter, real hard work. Well, the last lot of videos that he's been doing, he's been working as an Amazon delivery driver. What an insight that is. I couldn't do that job. But yeah, great guy, makes fantastic videos, and yeah, a real grafter. So he's been working hard to save up the money, and now he's gone off to America until February. Good luck to you, Rob. You deserve it, mate. I don't know how you do that job. Go and visit his channel, everyone. He's got a great channel. Alex says, love the channel, just moved into a motorhome myself. Okay, you're not the Alex I was thinking of. My sister in my nephew's wife. But thank you for the £10, Alex. And you say, love the channel, just moved into a motorhome. Fantastic. Where are you? Are you in England, or where are you? Yeah, roughly. North of somewhere. Nomad says, thanks for the shout out. No problem at all. I shout out to people, you know, that I believe in. That I don't say it for fun or just to say it. If I see people on here that have got, you know, channels that I watch and I like, I'll say it. Alex, no, a new Alex, long time lurker to the channel. Fantastic. Well, thanks for poking your head above the water and saying hello. That's great. Thank you. Oran Foxall. Evening, Kev. Absolutely love your channel and watching it grow. Lovely to see Rupert in the background. Yeah, he's. I'm not going to touch him because he's quieting down now. I don't know whether you've been watching, but he's been giving me a life, trying to get me to pack up, I think. But yeah, he's quieting down. He'll settle down for the evening soon. We got. I mean, Adam. I'm sorry that I don't look at the camera much, but I'm obviously reading the comments, so that I can read them out to you, what people are saying. But we got a routine. Dogs like routines, and when we park up, I normally feed him. You know, we go out for a walk, come back, I'll cook me dinner, and then we settle down for the evening, which is pretty much what we've done this evening. But because I'm being so he's deaf, so he can't hear me, but because I'm moving about and this, he knows that something's going on, and he's taking a bit more time to settle. Normally he's just crashed, but he's settling down now. Hominoia 78. Hominoia. I'm going with Hominoia 78. I think that's the best I pronounced it so far. A doubt I often have. This is what she that Homomonia 78 says. A doubt I often have is, in case that one day I lived in a van, what would it be the best way or the most convenient way to maintain a laptop and a smartphone supplied with electricity? Let me read that again. A doubt I often have is, in case that one day I lived in a van, what would be the best way or the most convenient way to maintain a laptop and a smartphone supplied with electricity? Thank you, Kev. Okay, well, a little power bank, basically. A power bank that you charge up either through the sun, through solar, or from the engine from your car, or you take it into a property and charge it up through the mains electric. That's all you need. and they don't take a lot of power. I mean, laptops and the phones, it's no problem at all. Don't worry about that at all. That's the easiest part. No problem at all. No need to worry about that, or doubt it, should I say? No problem, Rob. Roaming Rob says kind words, Kev. No problem, mate. I appreciate you. You've supported me a long time as well. You got a great channel, mate. It's funny enough, Rob. I've got no idea. When I first started watching your channel, I couldn't understand why you didn't have many more subscribers than you did. I just couldn't understand it because the videos are brilliant. They're all over the world. You're traveling. I just couldn't understand it. I racked my brains. But anyway, I think things are picking up for you a bit now, hopefully. And it only takes one video, mate, and you'll be sorted. And also, well done, fair play to you for carrying on for so long, even though your channel, was taking a long time to grow. I don't know if I'd have had that resilience, but fair play to you, Rob. I've got nothing bad to say about you or your channel. Great, mate. And enjoy your holiday. Costas Christofi. Yes, Kevin. Okay, thank you, Costas. Alex says, I'm in Spain now, but heading back to Mordor, aka UK, in another couple of days. I went for a great hike in the mountains today with a mate who rescued 3 dogs, including a staffy. He reminds... Oh, lovely. Okay, so you're in Spain, but headed back to the UK. Heading back to Mordor, aka UK, in another couple of days. Fantastic. And it sounds like you're having a great time out there hiking, and your mate's rescued 3 dogs, a staffy, and then you put he reminds, and presumably that was going to say me of Rupert. Alex, there we go. Me a lot of Rupert. Thank you. Okay, next one is John T. Hi, Kev. Glad to see you well and back on YouTube. When you coming down Ford again? If not, have a good Christmas. Oh, yeah, John. I probably know you. We've probably spoken before. Obviously, I know a lot of people at Ford over the years. I'll be back there. I've probably got 1 or 2 more markets left in me, mate. And then that'll be me done. I've had lots of years down at the market. It's been a great market for me. Always been run well. It is now. I've got nothing bad to say about it. And obviously the business has changed a lot since I've been in it over the years, been decades now. So as we know, without going into detail on here, but hopefully I'll see. If you do see me down there, John, forgive me if I know you well and I just haven't put the name to the face, but yeah, pop over and say hello. But have a good Christmas, you too, mate. G boy. Good evening, Kev. Nice to see you doing another live. Hope all is well, my friend. All is very well. We're warm, we're safe, we're sheltered. I was saying earlier on, for those that didn't come in, I think this time of year, the poor souls that are homeless and living on the streets, I think about it even more now that I'm living in my van and how grateful I feel that I've got this place, which is a home for me. I'm safe, I'm secure, I'm warm. Me and Rupert, no problems at all. And my thoughts do go out for people that are on the streets and are homeless. It's very, very sad. Roaming Rob says, yeah, still waiting for the viral vids. Laughing, YouTube is a hobby. Absolutely, yeah. That's how I look at it. And a memory for the kids and maybe grandkids in the future. Still learning. Yeah, we're all learning, Rob. I mean, I say I've learned a lot. I've learned a lot since I've been on YouTube. But I mean, every time I try and do something different, change a way of doing things, it takes me days to work it all out. But like you say, it's a hobby, and that's the best way to look at it, I think, to a large extent. Hominoia78 says, thank you, Kev. Don't worry about the pronunciation of Hominoia. I think I'm getting there. Hominoia. This word was used in the ancient Greece, so please pronounce it in any way you like. Don't worry. Thank you. I will keep trying hominoia. Yeah, but thank you for that, for putting my mind at rest. Right, Paul Crawford. Rupert is gorgeous. Even if you had no other choice to start living in a van, as long as you are enjoying the life, all is good. Take care, and I hope you have a fabulous Christmas. Yeah, thanks, Paul. Absolutely, I agree with you. Absolutely, Rupert is gorgeous. And yeah, you know, that was the choice that I made, as I say, out of necessity. No regrets at all. No regrets at all. I was going to do, well, I'm going to do a video about people that are or might end up in my situation where I was, where, you know, moving into a van is going to be something they're going to have to do. So I won't say too much about it now, but that's a video that I'm going to do another day. But Paul, thanks very much for the comment, mate. Yeah, I'm as happy as Larry in the van. So I don't know if anyone's got any more questions. I think I'll probably wind this up in a minute. I'm sure you've all got stuff to do. I don't know what you're up to tonight. We've been going an hour, almost an hour now. So yeah, I'm starting to get a little bit weary. Had a busy weekend. And I'm really pleased that I came on and did this live. Sorry that I didn't get a video out this week. But yeah, it is what it is. I had other things that I needed to do, and I just didn't have time in the end to get it all done. So, hominoia, thank you for commenting about the power bank and the solar panels to feed the devices. I was also thinking about going to a library to charge and use devices, and the power bank sounds great. Yeah, I mean, you can do that. People go to libraries, people go to cafes and plug their phones in there. Yeah, you know, you can do that. But as I say, the little power banks, obviously it depends on cost. I mean, I forgot to say that. I mean, they're not fortunes, but as someone who at the moment, you know, hasn't got a lot of money, I understand that it's not always possible to do it. I was very fortunate because I've got this YouTube channel. 2 companies reached out to me and asked me if I'd take the power station and do a review of it, and then I get to keep it. You know, it's part of the perks, I suppose, of doing these videos, which are free for everybody to watch, obviously. So I was fortunate from that point of view. But I think that little, if I'm not mistaken, the little Afri that I've got, the 800, I think they're about £300, maybe a little bit less than that, maybe 280, something like that. And I'll tell you what, great value for money. That's all I really use. It's brilliant. And I'll take it into my unit. I'll plug it in once every, I don't know, 5 days, a week sometimes. Because all I do, I mean, it's on 71%. I haven't charged it for 3 days. And it's always got my light that's on at the moment plugged in. That takes next to nothing. My Wi-Fi thing, and my phone and my laptop if I need it, which I'm just noticing the battery's getting low, so I'm gonna have to charge that up in a minute. G-boy, will you be spending Christmas at your sister's? No, G-boy, I've got my other sister over from Australia, and my nephew and his wife and 2 children, so I will be spending Christmas Day with the whole family. We're having Christmas dinner out. We're all being treated by my sister and her brother-in-law. Have very kindly offered to do that. And I'll spend a bit of time at Mum's place, and you know, things you do at Christmas, playing games or whatever. And then I shall poodle off back to the van. So yeah, no, I won't be alone at Christmas. I hope you're not too, if you don't want to be, and that you all have a good one. Donny Blanco, good to know you're both well and thriving, bruv. Have a great week. Thanks, Don. I will do, and you too. And if I don't speak to you or come across you before, have a great Christmas and New Year. Alex says, great to see you live, mate. You're an inspiration. I stumbled upon your channel a few months ago. Great to keep up with your challenges and adventures. What are the chances I see some videos of you? Brilliant. Thanks, Alex. I really appreciate you supporting the channel, mate. And I'm so pleased that you're enjoying the video. Listen, there's no point in me doing it if I don't think that people will enjoy the videos. And as I always say, and I always mean it, in every video, I'll just try and put some snippet in there that's going to maybe help one person out, even with an idea or a bit of advice or whatever. And that's good enough for me. Spider, hit the like. Thank you. Alex and Rupert. Oh, okay. I've just, yeah, and some videos of you and Rupert exploring Europe in 2025. That'd be fantastic. I mean, that really would be fantastic. But who knows? We don't know what the future is going to bring, do we? I try and remain positive. Well, I do remain positive and keep motivated and move forward. That's what I've done all my life, and that's what I should continue doing. Oh, bless you. He said he'd pay to see that. Lovely. Alex said that I'd pay to see that. Jasper Burns, Kev, just keep doing your videos. Always enjoy your way of doing this. Thanks very much, Jasper. Yeah, I think it's important on YouTube, well, for me anyway, just to sort of be myself, and that's it. That's all I've got. I've just got me. You know, no good trying to put, I'm not an actor, or no good trying to put anything on. I believe that, well, I know it's a fact from this YouTube channel is a great example of that for me. You know, you get people that are attracted to your way, your sound, the way you say things, or the stories you tell, or whatever. We're all like that in life, and we get attracted to some people, not to others. So I'll just be myself. If people, you know, like it, that's fantastic. And if they don't, then there's lots of other people to see on YouTube. That's the fantastic part about YouTube. You know, if somebody doesn't like my channel, there's a dozen other channels similar to mine that they can go and watch, and they might resonate a little bit more with that person. So that's the brilliant part about YouTube. Oh, Alex has sent me £20. Thank you so much, Alex. That's really kind of you, mate. I do appreciate it so much. I really do appreciate it. Thank you so much for doing that. It is humbling when people send you money. I'm still not used to it. But I am grateful, and you know, I can't say that it's not needed either. You know, it's very nice of you. Peace out, Kev. Have a good one, brother, says Alex. Thank you so much again, Alex. Mary Medal, always just do you. Really is good. I agree with you, Mary. I agree with you, and I like people like that as well. I like people that are just natural, just do them. It doesn't matter if you make mistakes, or you know, if whatever, it doesn't matter, does it? If you're just you, you'll attract the right people to your channel. That's what I believe anyway. Spider, we send because we can afford and like your channel. Yeah, thank you, Spider. I appreciate it, mate. I really do appreciate it, and I shall continue putting out. I know I only do one video a week. As I said before, I'd like to do more, but at the moment, that's all I can do. But I'll keep putting out videos, and I'll try and make them interesting. And yeah, hopefully you'll keep enjoying them. Spider, yeah, thank you. But thanks, Spider. Scooter Muppet. You says you Scooter Muppet. I love that name. You deserve the cash, Kev. It's people's way of paying you for the time you put into the videos, etc. Yep, thank you. I appreciate that. I do. I mean, I have started earning a bit of money off of YouTube for the ad revenue. I get paid a percentage of when they put the ads on the videos. I get paid a percentage of that. It's called AdSense. And I think last month I got over £400, which was fantastic. I mean, I couldn't believe it. That was particularly because of one video that got over 100,000 views on the video about the benefits of being alone as an older man. That really sort of took off that video. But, you know, a couple of £100 is well received for me at the moment. So yeah, it's and I'm grateful for it. But thank you for that. Mixed Mowers is on. The Mower Man. Never look down on someone unless you're helping them up. You're doing great, Kev, mate. Well, there's a man, Mixed Mowers, the mower man. Thank you, mate. I thought about you the other day, Mick. Well, I think about you often, but I did a little clearance the other day. I haven't done one for ages, but it was for a solicitor that I've done a lot of work for. They asked me if I could do it. So me and my son went and did it for him, a property clearance, only a little place. But there was a mower. There was an old mower in the shed, old electric mower. It was beat to death, mate. But I thought, I looked at it and I thought, I wish that would have been a really nice one. I could have give Mick a call out and say, Mick, I've got a great mower for you, but it was a piece of junk, mate. I wouldn't have insulted you. Probably the cable was worth more than anything else. But thanks for popping in, mate, and thanks for your words. Right, what we got here? MK. Hi, Kevin. Hope you and Rupert are well. Best regards, Mark in Minnesota. Mark, what can I say? I'm not going to say a lot, but thank you so much for popping in and seeing us. And thank you so much for the support that you've given me. I'm not going to say a lot on the channel because it's personal and I don't want to embarrass you. But you know what I mean. I really do appreciate it. You've made me speechless at times. I thank you for all your advice as well that you've given me. Mark, by the way, for people that are watching, is a subscriber that I've communicated with in the past who's given me help. All sorts of help. He's a wise man. So, yeah, that's who I'm talking to now. Thank you very much, Mark. I really do appreciate it. I hope you have a great year and a great 2025. And hopefully one day I'll be able to repay the favours. And if I can ever help you out with anything, you can be sure that I will. Thank you so much. There's a name, Juicy Killer Monster. Says, keep going, Kev. You're doing really well. Thank you, Juicy Killer Monster. It's really funny because you look at some of these names and I sometimes think, I wonder what that person looks like in real life. I mean, a lot of them I know. Well, not a lot, but some of the people that are in the comments here, I know, like Roaming Rob, I watch his videos, Mixed Mowers, you know, I watch his videos. So I know what they look like, but some of these names are just amazing. Yeah. Mick Mower again there. Always another day, mate. Love, you know me, I love a mower. Trust me, mate, when I get a mower, if I think it's worthy of you, you'll be getting it. Yeah. Roger Dower, hi Kev, how's the markets doing? Well, they're not, Roger. I say they're not. I mean, I had a run of doing them. I haven't done one now for over a month. They've put the prices up by 50% where I was selling before, which has made it, with what I've got left, because I'm getting down to the sort of dregs of stuff now, not really worth me doing it. So I probably have got one more market left in me after Christmas sometime, sometime in the new year. But yeah, I think that's going to be pretty much the end of my market career, unless I mean, I can go with smaller items. If well, I've got a car, but if someone took me in a car or whatever, team up with somebody. So I may still do them in the future, but there's not going to be a lot now, mate. They're nearly done now. Yeah, I'm nearly done with that. Keith Messer, hi from Australia. Hi, Keith. Thanks for popping in, mate. I hope you've been watching for a little while. I'm going shortly. We've been on for over an hour and 10 minutes. So I'm going to call it a day, guys, in about 5 minutes. I need to get myself sorted. Juicy Killer Monster. Hi, Kev. I changed my channel name. It used to be... I know. Yeah, Justin Scrap Metal Recovery. Finding Hannah says hello and doing well. Okay, all right. Well, now I know what you look like. That wasn't what I thought you looked like, Juicy Killer Monster. Yeah. Okay, so you've changed your channel name, right? Okay, because I know you from obviously from Hannah. Say hi to Hannah. And I know you because I've watched videos on your channel. But thanks for popping in. Hopefully I'll remember that now. Rob Gregory, hi Diamond Geezer, good to see you. Bet Roots asleep somewhere in the van. He's if you just come in, Rob, which you probably have, hello mate. Yeah, he was trying to get my attention about half an hour ago because I'm hands and talking, and he can see me moving about, and he's trying to sleep. So he went and got one of his toys while I'm doing a live, and he tried getting in on the act. But then again, as people say on my channel, where's Rupert? He's the star of the show. Get him on. So yeah, but he's kipping now, mate. Right, listen, guys, I'm gonna have to call it a day now. I can feel my throat drying up, and yeah, I'm gonna need to get on. So thank you all so much for coming on again. And if I don't speak to you or see you before, I'll have a video out before Christmas. But if I don't come into contact you before, have a great Christmas and a wonderful 2025. And let's see what the future brings for us all. I shall still be going on with the channel. I'm going to keep driving it forward. I want to grow it. I've got plans for it for next year, as I've said to you before. But you know, once the time's right, I'll let you know what I'm going to do. But the videos will keep coming, and yeah, I just hope you all have a really good Christmas and a nice New Year. And thanks so much for coming in. Thank you for the people that have sent me the money tonight. It's really kind of you. Thank you so much, guys. Take care, everyone. Bye, guys.